here we go. I'm going to show you how Google is a fascist company here. All these articles on Project Veritas saying that, you know, they are going to rig 2020, and you know what? They didn't for the midterms, so here it is, right here, all in black and white. This rigging of the election by an anonymous executive, which, you know, deserves respect. Right there, PragerU, right wing, and then the editorial policies, the spirit, and then how YouTube, this wonderful platform that's supposed to be free, which is TheyTube, is censoring the video. And Jen Gianni, God bless her for coming out for this, said, you know what, they're gonna screw the outcomes of 2020. Here is everything. You can read it as you please, and there's more news. Let's go over to here. Blacklisted YouTube doc today amidst interference. It's loading, but here we go. It's more news. You know, abortion is murder, repeal the 8th, pro-life, and pretty much all this, you know, elimination on Google, which, unfortunately, I have an account with these bastards, but I'm going to continue until they come get me, because I still have, you know, free thoughts on this platform, unless they somehow decide, we're going to go after the commoners, since we went after the big guns. And then this little clip from Dan Crenshaw, I'm going to go ahead and play it for you. Let me crank up my speaker real quick. Kind of a quick little video. Hopefully you can everyone hear it. Crank this up too. There we go.
And thank you for some of the thoughtful discussion on how you combat terrorism online. There's worthy debates to be had there. There's good questions on whether some of this content provides education so that we know of the bad things out there, or whether it's radicalizing people. Those are hard discussions to have, and I don't know that we're going to solve them today. But the problem is that the testimony doesn't stop there. The policies at your social media companies do not stop there. It doesn't stop at the clear-cut lines of terrorism and terrorist videos and terrorist propaganda. Unfortunately, that's not exactly what we're talking about. It goes much further than that. It goes down the slippery slope of what speech is appropriate for your platform and the vague standards that you employ in order to decide what is appropriate. And this is especially concerning given the recent news and the recent leaked emails from Google. They show that labeling mainstream conservative media as Nazis is a premise upon which you operate. It's not even a question, according to those emails. The emails say, given that Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, and Dennis Prager are Nazis, given that that's a premise, what do we do about it? 2 of 3 of these people are Jewish, very religious Jews, and yet you think they're Nazis. It begs the question, what kind of education do people at Google have? So they think that religious Jews are Nazis? 3 of these people had family members killed in the Holocaust. Ben Shapiro is the #1 target of the alt-right, and yet you people operate off the premise that he's a Nazi. It's pretty disturbing. And it gets to the question, do you believe in hate speech? How do you define that? Can you give me a quick definition right now? Is it written down somewhere, Google? Can you give me a definition of hate speech?
Congressman, yes. So hate speech, again, as updated in our guidelines now, extends to superiority over protected groups to justify discrimination, violence, and so on.
Right there, so I showed that 2-minute clip, which that Google executive's line, protective groups, meaning those on the platform that are, you know, obedient. So I'm going to pull up another article to show you how Google favors Biden. So let's go ahead and see. There's also Reddit, which I'm going to kind of click an article on, and it was brought to you by Carlos Maza, the censorship of this form, all because of so-called threats against cops, which is a lie. Right there, so you could check that article out, and then I'm going to pull up another article real quick to show you Google favoring Joe Biden. And let's see, right here, Apple threatening to ban an alternate social platform not on the plantation. You can check that article out. I mean, this is all documented. You know, those that are part of big tech hate free speech and hate people not on their platform, so to speak. So let's see, or was that article? Republicans, you know, they ain't doing shit. Even Trump's not doing shit on this. So, right there, search results. Here it is. So I lean my iPad over to show you right there. Right there, you could read this article. Look at DuckDuckGo and look at that, Google. So there you go. DuckDuckGo, thank you for being brutally honest and open still. And it's just, you know, it's ridiculous. And those that, you know, are calling for this are clearly on some kind of drug. The weak drug, so to speak, of, you know, not being able to think for themselves or, you know, have a set of balls. So I'm just going to show you one more article of Miss Cortez, the communist, you know, staging a photo op over this whole illegal immigrant thing, which, you know what, it's a lie. She is just a buffoon that, you know, hopefully will be lose the 2020 election because she is incompetent. So I'm just going to read this, go for this article for you. And there you go, you know. It pretty much shows there was an empty parking lot. This is staged. As she clearly is an actor and had a $600 watch. And just, you know what, cried over nothing just to get brownie points. Man. Welcome to Clown World, and guess what? The clowns will debate tonight, and it'll just be Orange Man bad, our policy's good, we will reverse everything, we love open borders, we want anybody that says so-called hateful things to be arrested, like in Sweden, and pretty much, you know, get people to go to them like herdless sheep. You know what? It's just one of those things. You guys stand up for yourselves, have some guts, and you know what? Till they go after you, go balls on the wall. Thanks.